No, it's great to be here. I know, Ryan and Jim, and I've been to the old showroom. To see this reborn is fantastic. And I've been designing buildings for about 20 years, interested in sustainable architecture, quality residential architecture. And actually, I think over that time, I've become increasingly aware of how crucial windows are to good buildings. And it's not just view, obviously, in daylight, which is the art of architecture, if you like, but also how they work thermally, what they provide for a building in terms of warmth. And we practice a sort of a fabric-first approach in our architecture. So we try and make the walls really insulated, the roof really insulated, the floor really insulated, and clearly the windows, good quality windows, play a huge part in that. And when I'm talking to my clients, the one thing I try and persuade them never to scrimp on is the windows. Because a good window, well installed, will be there in 50, 60 years' time. You'll be through like 4 or 5 kitchens in that time. And you know how much money people seem to spend disproportionately on kitchens for no very good reason. Yet when you say, get a better window, they're like, oh, I don't know about that. This one looks okay. So, trying to understand, you'll go through like 5, 6 boilers. So really getting the right window is crucial, and getting it well installed is absolutely crucial, because a good window badly installed is no better than a bad window well installed, because drafts, as we understand, have a massive impact on comfort. So whatever the window is, as long as it's well installed, airtight and not drafty, it has a huge role to play. But the other thing that's become increasingly important is the role that windows play in kind of energy performance of buildings. That if you've got a really well-insulated, airtight building, then the sun, even in this country, it's hard to believe today, even in this country can provide a massive amount of the heating you need in a building. Now, what becomes extra tricky about that is that we live very far north. Did you know that if you go from, I think it's somewhere like Newcastle, directly around the planet to sort of Canada, you're at the polar bear capital of the world. That's how far north we live. And what that means is that in summer the sun's here, and in winter the sun's here, and it's incredibly varied. It moves around. So trying to control that in your windows is really hard. Like what? We had 21 degrees the other day, down to like -2 again. It's a really varied climate. So if then you're trying to design buildings that use windows to create heat, which we really have to be doing, because our building stock, our housing stock, is using about 30% of the CO2, or producing about 30% of the CO2 emissions in this country, then you need to be able to control that. And that's where things like these kind of louver systems that are being displayed here, but also just intelligent design, like thermal modeling, where you put the windows in the house, where they sit in the elevation is really important. And then actually it gets really exciting when you can start to control how those windows work, those louvers are working, tie it into home automation, and suddenly it's a really high performance bit of kit that is working in a kind of really contemporary, exciting way. And it's amazing what it does to control kind of overheating. With low energy building, we're getting a lot of overheating. With people putting in, everyone wants lovely big sliding folding doors. There's loads of them here. Yeah, they're lovely, great view. Get a bit too much sun and you walk into your kitchen and nearly pass out. We need to be thinking not only about the windows, but how we're controlling that solar gain. So that's a big challenge, I think, I know a lot of people here are in the industry, but actually, talking to people about how you not only get view and light, but you control that overheating. And again, then I think, if the windows are one of the main expenditure, one of the big bottom lines that you're going to have in any build, you want to make sure that you're going to a good company that you can trust, that are going to install it well and are going to be with you in the long run and maintain the windows and look after them. Clearly, that's why you need good local partners, the kind of people that you're seeing here tonight. So I think it's fantastic to see you guys investing in the business and pushing forward the offer, and great to see so many people here tonight to come support them in that ambition. So, well done, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much.